Well, she's the Friday, the last kind of official day of my holidays. It's kind of just sitting around anyway, so I thought I might come in and pull the box out of the F350 and have a look at where all that oil was going. Typical me, I'm hopeless at filming anything when I'm working. I really got to improve on that if I'm going to do these videos, but I'll show you. Gearbox is out now, and I'll show you why we lost 36 litres of oil. We just got the box sitting on the floor there. Pretty quick and easy to get out of these things, but we'll just slide up under here. So I've pulled the rear main out. The rear main was where all the oil was going. Sump gasket actually looks really good. It's just absolutely pouring out that rear main. And so literally just banged a screw in it and pulled that out. But I don't know if you can hear that and see that. I think you should be able to. It's just absolutely rock hard. No tension left, and even if there was, it's just too hard to seal. So that's our Huckleberry. That's out of there. So now Sue's just dropped that clutch out to a place in Malaga for me. We'll see if we can get another clutch kit today. Or whether we got to replate the other one. I actually cleaned it up and with a heap of brake cleaner and burned it off with the oxy. To be honest, it'd probably go again, no problems at all, but does feel a little bit redneck when we don't really have to. So yeah, get some brake cleaner and clean all the back of this motor and everything up now, and wait for some bits. Well, it's Monday morning, back to reality. So, where do we even start? There's so many cars to do. It's out of control. It is actually out of control. Got the cylinder head off that F350, as I suspected, burnt exhaust valve. Very old motor. It's done a heap of work, obviously, on unleaded fuel. Valves are all pulled into the cylinder head, etc. So drop the spare head down at West Coast Cylinder Head. Dave will get that sorted out for me. Other than that, the F350 is all back together. Did the rear main seal sort of Friday and Saturday. Gearbox and everything back in. I was lucky enough to find a new clutch plate here in Perth, because obviously the other one's had 36 litres of oil past it, and it's looking very second hand. So yeah, driveline, everything all back together. Left the carpet out of the inside because we're going to trim out the inside of that cab all nice now to match the rest of it now that it's back here in WA. I'll show you that exhaust valve. So that's the cylinder head, and that very torched looking, very sad looking valve there is our suspect. So pretty amazing really that a cylinder head that looks like that got us home. Inside the motor, pretty typical, but yeah, not too bad. Hardly a ridge on the bore. A bit of carbon on the pistons, but nothing crazy. The rest of the spark plugs, look pretty decent burn. No big carbon deposits or anything like that. So we'll throw that 300 back together and keep it going. And whether we build a good one in the background or the truck gets sold, or I'm honestly not sure at the moment. Until the Chev truck's finished, I reckon definitely pay to keep that one around. Pretty handy tray for picking things up and what have you. But so the biggest thing at the moment is just sort of working out what to do next. I've got, I don't even know, probably 8 or 9 cars with probably just as many outside waiting and have contacted and need engineering work and just all kinds of things. It's just insane. So I think this week will be putting Cam's 6 litre together in the engine room, but I've got to do a bit of forklift wizardry for the moment. So the VN drag car's here out of paint. We'll have a quick walk around that in a sec, but I want to get the front clip off of that so I can grab it with the forklift and put it up on the 4-post hoist. Tyson's drag car, that's been going on a while, and that's a priority of mine to wrap that up for him. He's been awesome customer, good friend of the shop, just easy to work with. So you want to know how you become priority, like in our workshop, that's it. Just go with the flow. If we've committed to something, we'll always finish it. But pressure and just outside things, honestly, just slow it down. So we're grateful for how he's been through the whole process, and we want to show him that by knocking this thing out of the park. So here we have one VN SS drag car. I love the way that he's gone about getting it painted up like as an SS. So the inside cage and everything That's all done in a satin black, all obviously in a 2K product. Black around the window trims looks awesome. That's going to look killer with some Lexan in it. Yeah, got the little SS decals on it, you know, and the Holden badges. Just love it. It's going to look absolutely wicked. So yeah, that's the thing. As far as the paint booth goes, we just got a little bit more wiring to do on the right hand side of the booth where it's a bit tied up against the wall, and then into the electrical box, and we can start to do some paint. So that's going to be awesome because we've got plenty here to do that requires that booth working. Just doing the dishes on a Monday morning. Morning. So just hanging out in the engine room, getting a heap done, working on Cam's 6 litre LS Next cast iron block. It's going in his Monaro. This will be a pretty handy 600 horsepower naturally aspirated engine. It's the business, that's for sure. Dry sump deal, you know, yeah, the works. So yeah, long story short, just got finished getting all the rotating assembly put together. Yesterday was pretty much all cleaning, measuring, checking, you know, make sure everything's ready for final assembly, clean down, and then yeah, today was sort of bang bang bang. Put the last of the 6 cylinders in. I got 2 in yesterday, sort of right towards the end of the day. So we'll just push on now, camshaft install, you know, things like that, get everything dialed up. It's a combo I've used a few times, so sort of goes pretty smoothly from here now. Yeah, we'll just sort of keep plugging away and we'll bring you along as we go. But really happy with the crank install, in float, tolerances, everything's bang on. This is a really nice bit of gear. I'll just show you. So as things go together, obviously everything gets measured, and, you know, to be honest, measured 2 or 3 times to make sure everything's going to be spot on. But you just get a feeling as they go together when you get a really good one. You know, obviously there's ring drag, but the rotating assembly spins so nice. You know, the crank literally just, yeah, spun around with your fingers, and some light assembly lube. You just know it's going to be a bloody good one, this one. Well, that's going to wrap it up on Cam's 6 litre. That's all together now, pretty much ready to go back in the car. Yeah, all went according to plan really. So I'll just show you what they look like put all together. So that's our Dart LS Next 6 litre. That one's got a set of heads done by Tremaine Racing. One of our camshafts that we sort of worked on for quite a few years that we use quite a bit. Electric water pump, daily dry sump system, titanium retainers, pack valve springs, big fast LSX intake on that sucker there, 102mm throttle body. Yeah, so it'll be an absolute baller of an engine. And it's another one wrapped up. well, that's just about going to wrap the week up. It's Saturday arvo now. Got the boys here doing some electrical work on the booth, which is awesome. And got a couple of coats of high build on that wheel arch mould. Didn't really sort of go into what I was doing. Been under the gun just trying to get stuff happening. So basically we want to run some wider tyres on that drag car, and to do that we had to make a buck to pretty much produce a wheel arch, to then have that made in fiberglass so you can get that cut into the side of the drag car before it's repainted. Then sort of got under the F350 to see how bad the rust was in one of the cab mounts that I had noticed when we were working on that truck, and yeah, that was way worse than expected. So spent the morning, or yeah, most of the day actually sorting that out. So we'll go and have a look. So just under the F350 here, and basically where this cab mount that goes onto the chassis, that was riveted on, so I had to sand and drill out all the rivets. And then this box section here, this box section that is all joined to the floor, that was pretty much rusted out and non-existent. And I had noticed that there was, you know, it was a little bit thin in a couple of spots, and I thought, well, you know, we'll sort that out when we get back to Perth. But yeah, it was really, really bad. So anyway, that's all sorted now. So just waiting on the cylinder head to put that old girl back together. A couple of little exhaust mods because we've got a different set of headers to go on that because the other ones were absolutely knackered. Yeah, just basically looking forward to getting that one back together after our epic road trip. So the boys are here doing a heap of electrical work on the booth, so I'm going to bail. Yeah, enjoy your Sunday when that comes around tomorrow. Fingers crossed I'm not in here, and we'll do it all again Monday. Thanks for watching.